I'm confused by this political message. Vote for me because I hate it here. Now, does America have big problems? Yes, I've often cited the America sucks list. I don't get it. You want so badly for every immigrant to come to this country and experience the good life, but somehow it's so terrible you want to leave? 59% of self-identified liberals say there have been times when they considered leaving America for good. Maybe the problem isn't that America isn't worth defending. Maybe the problem is that lots of people today are entitled whiners who have no perspective and no idea how good they have it.
Bill Maher is blasting his own party, the Democrats, for what he sees as turning against America. And he is not holding back. The comedian has made it his mission to call out what he believes are some of the worst instincts inside his party, especially a growing hostility toward American patriotism. So what exactly sparked Maher's fiery rant? And what did he say about his own side? Hit subscribe and let's dive into it.
Every election year, Democrats seem to remember patriotism for about an hour at their convention when they're trying to win back swing voters. The whole message of Kamala's speech in 2024 was take back the flag. That's why she talked about America like a pageant contestant.
The greatest privilege on earth. The privilege and pride of being an American.
Hard to believe she lost, huh? Well, you can't take back the flag in an hour if the rest of the time you treat patriotism as something vaguely embarrassing. It shouldn't be, even though we are far from perfect.
Maher is right. How many times have we seen prominent Democrats and progressive figures speak about America in a way that sounds far more critical than appreciative? From AOC to Chuck Schumer, there is a pattern that is hard to ignore. A constant stream of comments suggesting other countries do things better while America is often framed as the problem in discussions about foreign policy, culture, and history. In this view, nothing seems safe from criticism, and open praise for the country can feel almost uncomfortable or even discouraged. Yet during campaign season, the tone suddenly changes. Flags appear, patriotic speeches return, and talk of American pride and opportunity becomes central again. But once elections are over and politicians are back in office, the tone shifts again, and the same harsh criticism of the country returns, creating a cycle that critics say feels inconsistent and politically calculated.
In 1976, when I was wearing that T-shirt with my nut hugger shorts, America wasn't exactly crushing it then either. Inflation was around 6%. Mortgage rates were almost 9%. There was actually a thing called the misery index. The average person earned far less than they do today. They had a smaller house and watched a tiny TV that had 3 channels, mostly I Love Lucy reruns. The closest thing we had to euphoria was Three's Company.
Democrats often romanticize the past, especially the 1970s and 1980s, treating those decades like a golden era of prosperity and stability. But Maher argues that this nostalgia is misleading and not supported by reality. In his view, America today is not worse off than it was back then, and in many ways, it is actually better in terms of data, living standards, and opportunities. What makes his argument more controversial is his claim that even under Republican leadership, the country is performing better than it did under certain Democratic administrations. Coming from someone who still identifies as a liberal, this is a striking position. It directly challenges the usual talking points within his own political camp and pushes back against the idea that the past was somehow a simpler or superior time.
Too many liberals give the impression that to them, America is just a big, ugh. The red, white, and ew. A country that started out bad and will always be bad, founded on an unrelenting history of sucking and unable to change. But we have changed a lot. Democrat Cori Bush tweeted, "This land is stolen land and black people still aren't free." And this was on the 4th of July. Really? Not that I give a shit about the 4th of July. I've never been a rah-rah guy. But I am a perspective guy. And that's what too much of the left has lost, perspective. 72% of black people under 30 are optimistic about their future in America. Way more than white people the same age. And as far as the land goes, yes, I guess we could change the name of Captain America to Captain Stolen Land.
Maher also criticizes rhetoric that describes America as built on stolen land, including comments associated with figures like Cori Bush, arguing that this kind of language reflects a deeply negative view of the country. In his perspective, it leaves no room for acknowledging progress, achievements, or any positive aspect of the nation's history. Instead, everything is reduced to a story of permanent wrongdoing with no redemption or improvement. Maher argues that regardless of economic growth, civil rights advancements, or technological progress, the instinct behind this mindset is always to focus on what is wrong rather than what has improved. For him, this reflects a broader problem inside his party, where self-criticism of the nation has turned into something closer to rejection of it entirely, and where moral clarity is often confused with constant negativity.
AOC says so many people in this country hate women. Oh, geez. Even the guy at the party who pulls out a guitar is like, way to ruin the fun. Congressman Jamal Bowman says capitalism is slavery by another name. No, it's not. It's the thing that has given more people more prosperity and hope than any other system, flawed though it surely is.
AOC's reaction to Donald Trump defeating Kamala Harris is used as another example of what Maher sees as a refusal to understand voter behavior. In his view, she struggles to accept that millions of Americans simply preferred Trump over the Democratic alternative, instead of reflecting on the reasons behind that choice. Maher argues that this tendency leads to blaming voters rather than rethinking political messaging. From his perspective, Americans are not wrong for rejecting ideas that feel disconnected from their daily lives. Voters are simply making choices based on what feels practical and understandable to them. In that sense, he believes people are not failing the system, but responding to it in the most rational way they can.
But again, something like the free market is kind of synonymous with America. And if you don't like it, I don't know how you can say you love this country. You know who loves this country? You know who's not constantly complaining about what happened 200 years ago and who's not obsessed with seeing America through shattered glasses and shaking off the stench of what irredeemable privileged we are? Immigrants.
Maher is also baffled by what he sees as a continued push within parts of the Democratic Party towards socialist ideas, especially when he believes capitalism is what built the United States into an economic powerhouse. In his view, America's innovation, wealth, and global influence did not come from central planning, but from free markets and individual ambition. When he compares the United States to countries associated with socialist systems, he argues the difference in prosperity and opportunity is too large to ignore. This is why he finds what he sees as a contradiction so difficult to understand. For him, criticizing capitalism while claiming to love America does not add up, because he believes the country's success is deeply tied to that very system.
But they will also tell you that America, for all that's so about it right now, is still the last best hope. And those people asking for our votes to take it over should remember that.
Maher's message here is simple. If Democrats want to lead the country again, they need to reconnect with it first. In his view, you cannot spend years criticizing America, questioning its foundations, and mocking its values, and then expect voters to trust you with leading it. That disconnect, he argues, does not go unnoticed. Despite its flaws, he believes America remains a country built on opportunity, freedom, and resilience, and it continues to attract people from around the world who want a better life. Until Democrats acknowledge that sense of national pride, he believes they will keep struggling politically because voters do not easily trust leaders who seem distant from the country they want to govern.
If you run for office in America, you have to want to live here. I bring this up because there was a video that made the rounds recently by a woman who said she was a proud progressive and was running for state representative in New Hampshire, and yet posted this.
Is there a place we can move that people would be happy to have us, that we're not gentrifying or colonizing? I don't want to be a problem, but I need to get the out of this country.
This country. The one you want to be elected to a leadership position in? What was your campaign slogan? America, a shining on a hill?
Maher also points to what he sees as a contradiction among some Democrats who openly talk about leaving the country during political frustration, yet still seek public office. In his view, this raises a serious question about sincerity. How can someone ask voters to trust them with leading a country they have publicly said they want to escape? For Maher, this creates a disconnect between personal attitude and public responsibility. If a person truly wants to serve the nation, he argues, there must be at least a basic commitment to living in and improving it, rather than treating it as something to abandon when politics become uncomfortable.
Again, I'm confused by this political message. Vote for me because I hate it here. Now, does America have big problems? Yes, I've often cited the America sucks list. Things like being 54th in the world in infant mortality behind Cuba, 19th in literacy behind Russia, 72nd in female representation in government behind Iraq. A lot of work to do here. And is it possible for a country to lose itself so much that leaving it is justified? Yes, but we're not there yet, not by a long shot, and we don't need quitters. We need people who will stay and fix it.
Maher acknowledges that America is far from perfect and has real problems, including inequality, political division, and systemic issues that need serious attention. But he argues that recognizing these flaws is not unpatriotic. In fact, he believes honest criticism is part of caring about a country. At the same time, he insists that America remains, by a wide margin, one of the best places in the world to live, work, and build a future. The level of freedom, opportunity, and possibility available in the United States is, in his view, unmatched globally. This reality, he argues, is often missing from the more negative portrayals of the country, which tend to focus only on its problems while ignoring its strengths.
Maybe the problem isn't that America isn't worth defending. Maybe the problem is that lots of people today are entitled whiners who have no perspective and no idea how good they have it. 59% of self-identified liberals say there have been times when they considered leaving America for good, like after NBC canceled The West Wing. I don't get it. You want so badly for every immigrant to come to this country and experience the good life, but somehow it's so terrible you want to...
In the end, Maher's criticism of the Democratic Party is not about defending the opposite side or ignoring real issues. It is about what he sees as a growing inability within his party to express appreciation for America itself. From AOC's frustration with voters to broader rhetoric about the country's past and present, Maher believes there is a pattern of negativity that has replaced balanced criticism. His argument is straightforward. America is not perfect, but it is still one of the best countries in the world, proven by its economic success and the millions who want to live there. He warns that constantly attacking the nation's foundations while asking for leadership is a political contradiction that voters will not accept forever. For Maher, the solution is simple: rediscover a sense of patriotism or continue losing ground to opponents who already have it. And with that, we wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.